Although the scene from the first Star Wars movie is already 40 years old, most of you will certainly know it. A recorded cry for help from Princess Leia is projected into the room as a three-dimensional video by the android R2-D2. Since then, research teams around the world have been exploring how to do that in reality, and indeed, there are some early but exciting successes. Clixoom Science Fiction, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe if you do not want to miss any of our fascinating 3 videos a week.
1, 2.
The technologies that have been developed so far were only halfway successful. Either the projections in air or on plasma were monochrome, or they had a minimal resolution. But this new try is really amazing. The newly developed 3D projection is high resolution, floats freely in the room and can be viewed from all sides. As Daniel Smalley of the University of Utah comments, "We also jokingly call it our Princess Leia project. We wanted to make the science fiction 3D displays a reality. It is not an ordinary hologram, but a volumetric projection. In contrast to holograms, such volumetric projections actually have 3 dimensions, so there is no limit to the viewing angle, so it is actually possible to move around the volumetric display and look at it from all angles, unlike a hologram. As a 2-dimensional projection, it only creates a 3D effect. Tiny particles manipulated by laser make it possible. It's a bit like a 3D printer for light. In a sense, we print an object floating freely in space with these particles," says Smalley. The particles are only about 10 microns in size and thus from the pixels. An invisible laser beam moves and arranges them. Once the arrangement fits, the particles are illuminated with red, blue and green light with the help of RGB lasers, which generate the visible light. Even a 3-dimensional video can be projected as the laser moves the particles. So far, butterflies, glowing rings and a version of the famous Star Wars Leia scene have been created. A figure with pleading arms, Leia here instead of a princess in a lab coat. And apart from such gimmicks, the projections can also be seen in terms of their resolution, 1600 dots per inch. This had not been achieved so far. Another really significant research result was presented about 3 years ago. A research team from Japan had developed a holographic display that makes 3D images float in the air. A special thing here, these images can be touched without danger. These are created in a different way than Princess Leia's lab coat, using a laser that emits light pulses. These have a duration in the 2-digit femtosecond range. The light pulses ionize molecules at the focal point into a plasma. As a result, these air molecules give off energy in the form of photons, which means light. These points of light are then combined into images. Yet, so far, the created pictures are still quite small. They have a volume of about 1 cubic centimeter. But because the pulses are so short, they can be touched easily. The great thing, the display even reacts to touches. If you touch it with your finger, the display lights up brighter. You can also feel a small pulse on your finger as the plasma produces shock waves. Nevertheless, it's completely harmless to the skin, says the research team. In contrast to the retina of the eyes, a protection here is absolutely necessary. If you like this episode, do check out our video on energy efficiency of lightsaber and click right here. And stay tuned and see you soon.